Welcome to Pedal with Power. My name is Chris. Today I'm going to be taking the little Lectric XP out and doing the range test. So this thing has 5 levels of assist. I'm going to ride in the 3rd level and using just a little bit of the throttle on occasion to try to give you just the most average ride I can do. There'll be a few little hills involved, but nothing too crazy. So this will just be a cruise through the town of Bend. I weigh 225. I'm not bringing really a whole lot of gear or anything, so this will just be a basic test. I just topped off the tires and filled up the battery. So let's go. Okay, time to go for a ride. And almost crash on a pine cone. Now it's time to go for a ride. So on this test I'll be in pedal assist 3. And I set the bike so that it's at the class 2 setting, so the motor won't assist over 20, which is what it's set at on default when you first buy it. And I just filled the battery all the way up. You can see that the battery bar is nice and full. And I'm just going to be cruising around town, doing a few hills here and there, a little bit of throttle, mostly just pedal assist. But I'm going to try to pedal as average as I can. So not crazy hard pedaling, but a little bit of pedaling. Kind of chilly and gray out, but it's also the last day of winter. So as I do this video, I'm not going to have you guys have to sit through the whole ride. I'll speed up some of the boring sections, and then I'll slow it down for some of the cooler parts. But this will be basically kind of a tour around Bend too, if you're interested in what Bend is like. Try to go to some of the cooler spots. Other than that, hope you enjoy. This is a pretty cool dock out here. It comes right out. The river's pretty low right now, but once the snow really starts melting, not that there's a whole lot of snow up there, but this will all fill in here too. You can see the river's pretty low, but pretty sweet out here. One of the cool things with these little e-bikes is you can just ride out anywhere you want to go. So one thing I've noticed when riding this guy is that as you're pedaling, like if you're riding up a hill for a long ways, this little battery bar right here will go way down, and then once you get up and over, it'll climb back up. So it's kind of basing it more on the voltage that you're using out of the motor than really just the battery level. So it can be a little confusing. I actually just went back up to slightly over halfway. It may go up even a little further as I go back down all this, but we'll keep riding and we'll see what we got. I wanted to throw some hills in. Haven't been climbing too much, but now I'll head back down and go cruise along the river for a while. That was the dock I was on earlier, right over there. Kind of cool. So something I noticed with this, if you look, now you can see I'm at 8.5 miles and I'm a bar above half because I came back down the way I just came up. So if you have a lot of climbing to do, don't be deceived by your battery meter sort of plummeting on you all of a sudden. Unless you have a really, really long climb, then that will suck a lot of battery's use down. But if it's just a short climb, you know, half a mile or so, you might see it go down quite a ways. But once you get up and over, it'll go back up. If you look at it now, you can see I'm 2 bars above half. When up at the top of the hill, I was 1 bar below half. So let's keep on riding. This is pretty cool out here. You probably can't hear me over the water rushing. But this little area that's right out here, people go out there and surf that little wave when it's nicer out. It's kind of cold out today. So if you can see, I'm 1 bar over half at 9.7 miles. So I may get 20 miles or more out of this. Let's keep riding. Well, I'm at 1 bar left. Let's see, waiting here, it might go back up to 2. I'm at about 13 miles. If you can see that there. Oh, it just went up 1 bar sitting here. So the energy bar is pretty deceptive. It does go up and down a lot. So I'm just gonna loop around this neighborhood until I drain out the rest of this battery and see how many miles we got. I'm at about 13 so far. Well, we're here at the end of the ride. Basically, I can show you how far we got going here. You can see that there. You see I'm at 14.7. Still has 1 bar. So the screen is still on. But pretty much since about at about 14 miles, I couldn't really feel the motor assisting anymore. So I'm gonna call this range test 14 miles. Now keep in mind I was in assist level 3 the whole time and didn't really use a whole lot of throttle. But I did go up some hills, down some hills, kept pedaling. So pretty much on the average, I'm getting about 14. If I was in pedal assist like 1 or 2, I'd probably get about 16 to 18. I typically ride around in like pedal assist 5 all the time, so I barely get like 10. But I hope that gives you an idea of roughly what the range is, and I will see you in the next video.